Hey guys, unfortunately we're doing 2 of these videos this week. This one is really tough for me, and today we're going to be paying tribute to Windham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, by taking a look at his action figure history. So stay tuned. Now, just like the Terry Funk video we did the other day, this one's going to be very similar. Not selling books, no music. We're just going to talk. And excuse me if I ramble on too much. I'm sure a lot of you know that Bray Wyatt was my favorite wrestler of the last 10 years. And he's in my top 3 of all time. And he has been for a long time. Which I know a lot of people know because when the news came, I was, oh my gosh, overloaded with text messages and DMs because everybody knew what Bray Wyatt meant to me as a performer. And how much I believed in his character and him and the time that I met him and what it meant to me. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Bray Wyatt or Windham was a friend of mine, because he wasn't. But sometimes the people you least expect mean the most to you, And this is somebody who meant so much to me in the wrestling world. Like I said, he's one of my top 3. Stone Cold, The Rock, and Bray Wyatt. That's my legitimate list. It's a huge, huge loss in my mind. So we're going to take a look at some of my favorite Bray Wyatt figures, because that's the only way I know how to pay tribute to somebody, okay? I'm a figure guy, I'm pulling back the curtain a little bit. This is literally the night that it happened. I got the news about 4 or 5 hours ago, and I've just been down here looking at everything, because that's how I grieve over these people. I'm just looking at everything, and memories from these figures. Memories from these figures are coming up. For instance, right here, first time in a line. Most people don't collect basics. I have every single Bray Wyatt figure, period. They might not all be out here right now. I have some bagged up in storage. I have some in the details. They're spread all over. But I've literally never missed a release of a Bray Wyatt figure. Ever. None. Even small, simple variants, I had to have them all because he was my favorite. And I remember when he was in NXT, I could not wait for this. I could not wait. I didn't care if it was basic, didn't care if it was elite. I had to have Bray Wyatt's figure. And I thought it was great. I was like, his tattoos, he's got the white pants. This is going to be such a great figure. And they quickly released another one. And it was basically the same figure, just a new head. And I loved it. And I have them all, and I loved it, all the different pictures and on the boxes. We got them all. This was one of my favorites at the time. I loved the shirt. I loved the face. And I remember this was around the time that I met him. He was wearing that shirt on TV, and they were selling it at the show where I got the autograph. And he was great. We went up. He went up for a handshake. I went up for, to dap him up, one of those. And we missed, so we did what every person does when that happens. You switch to the other person's hand movement. So I switched to a handshake, he switched to a dap. We did it again, And we laughed, and I said, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I fucked that up." And he like grabbed my hand and you know, held onto it like this, and he said, "No, that just means we're brothers forever." And we laughed and everything, and obviously that didn't mean that we're brothers forever. I didn't take it as, oh, this guy, you know, we have a connection now, we're brothers. I took it as what a gentle human being he was, that, you know, he didn't want me for 1 second to have my moment with him ruined by this simple little mess up. And he was awesome. We talked for a good, you know, few minutes. We took a picture, we carried on. And he was one of the most happy, smiley, personable people. And it's funny because then we took a picture and he got into his stone-faced look, you know, without the smile. Just a stare, like a gaze, and it was so cool, you know. He gave me Windham in person, but Bray Wyatt in the picture. Anyways, so a lot of great figures. But number 5 on my list, I gotta say, this one. Series 92. Burnt Fiend. I loved this figure. I did. I know a lot of people trashed it. I thought as an action figure, Mattel did a bang-up job on how much detail and sculpting they put into it. You know, whether people hated it and thought it was stupid and we didn't need it and it was a short-lived thing, doesn't matter. They knocked this out of the park with everything that they did. So many unique parts that were never used again to create this Fiend figure. And I think they did a great job. And I think it's deserving of a spot on this list. He's gotten a lot of figures. Look, I even spent $100 on this. I bought all the puppets. I am a huge Bray Wyatt fan. I'm sorry, guys. I'm literally distraught. I don't know. I have the Firefly Funhouse around here somewhere, but it doesn't matter. It's not in the top 5. We have the Masters of the WWE Universe. But my number 4 is actually right over here. Sorry, I'm all over the place. We have his retro figure. And this was so hard for me to find. I went over to every single Kmart I could find. I'm a huge Hasbro fan, and I love this symbol for the Wyatt family. And a huge Bray Wyatt fan, so I had to have this one easily in my top 5. It's number 4. Like I said, we got more figures over here. I have all of his basics, his talking figures. I mean, you name it. Bray Wyatt was my guy. Man, that Elite is so good. But anyways, sorry. Moving on. Number 3. Okay. Right here. Elite Series 54 Bray Wyatt. I loved that entrance jacket. I was bummed that it took this long for us to get it. I really think that the WrestleMania one should have had it. But, you know, not this exact jacket, but the one that he wore at WrestleMania, the WrestleMania 30. But he's got his lantern. Great detail all up the pants. They never miss the detail on his tattoos. Gotta love that smiling Bray Wyatt head scan. And this is from when he was a champion. I really am hoping that this year in Philadelphia, Bray Wyatt goes into the Hall of Fame. He's very deserving. WWE champion, Universal champion. I mean, come on. Number 2 is right over here. Elite Series 36. I loved when he wore the apron. There was something so creepy and sinister about it, you know, almost like a serial killer. And it just added to his character. It's something so simple, you know? There was never any blood on the apron. There was never any knives. But just putting on that apron, it was like, man, this guy's scary. You don't want to mess with this guy. But this figure came with the Wyatt family right on the pocket. I love that logo. Like I said, I have multiple shirts with it. The lantern, the green pants, the apron just looks so awesome on him, and the hat. Stone face, Bray Wyatt, and there he is, rocking exactly what the figure has. Beautifully done. From SummerSlam 2014. This is the WrestleMania 30 figure I was talking about that I think should have had that entrance jacket. It's not on the back, but he has on his shirt, on the Wyatt family logo, it says all hope is lost, and then it says forgive me. It was cool stuff like that that just like brought this character to life. And number 1 is Elite Series 28. His first Elite, and in my opinion still his best Elite. I loved the hat, the head scan, the tattoos, everything about it was beautifully done. But that tropical shirt tied it all in and brought it all home. It's a shame we didn't get more variations of the tropical shirt for Bray. I wish we did. And maybe now, down the line, we can. I don't think that's the end of Bray Wyatt figures. I know it's not the end because we are getting another Ultimate, but I think that we will get more eventually. But, guys, I don't know if you could tell in my voice, but I have no idea what to say right now. I'm like struggling with this. And yes, I didn't put any other Fiends on the list. I know it's crazy, but I'm also really struggling right now, guys, like mentally to process things. This is just a quick list for me. And number 5, we have the Burnt Fiend. That's not taking anything away from these beautiful Elites. If I had to pick one Elite, I'd probably pick this one because this is like definitive Fiend, but doesn't mean this one is not an excellent figure. But coming with the Fiend title, very nice. Basically the same figure, slight variations. Still cool. Gotta love that. Number 4, as we said, is his retro. Number 3 is Elite Series 54. Number 2 is Elite Series 36. And number 1 for me is Elite Series 28. And I feel like a lot of people would say the same thing. It was just a great figure. And it was something we like all anticipated. And it was cool because, oh my God, so Eric Rowan's the only surviving member of the original Wyatt family. But anyway, sorry. So it was cool because if you got all 3, you had everything you needed to make the Wyatt family. Luke Harper came with the lantern, and Eric Rowan came with the chair, which was really cool. And I know it probably seems like I'm saying his Elites got worse as they went. They really didn't. It was just, it's hard to pick. He had such a great figure career. I love all of them, you know? And I love the Funhouse Brays. And you'll notice over here, I have the UK exclusive ring Bray with the blue pants that came with John Cena. You could only get that in the UK. Like I said, I have all of his figures. I've never missed a release. They might not all be in this room right now at this second, but I got them. And that's not me trying to gloat. That's me trying to show that this was my guy. I may have more Bray Wyatt merchandise than any other wrestler. And that's a fact. I'm talking shirts. I'm talking hats. When they'd put out like, you know, like the backpacks and stuff like that. Like, I bought everything. I have slippers. I have 2 different pairs of Bray Wyatt slippers. This was my guy. And I can't believe he's gone. I'm absolutely heartbroken over this. I'm usually not affected like this. Here's another great one. It's re-releases of their first 3 figures, their first time in Alliance, all of them. But I just love that they were all in one spot, and it said the Wyatt family. I literally went all over the state of New Jersey to find this 3-pack. Crazy, right? That's what I do. That's what I do, guys. But anyway, maybe you guys can share your favorite Bray Wyatt figures in the comments below. I'm sorry if this isn't the type of video shot the same way, or I'm not as I don't have all the words like I normally would. I apologize, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe you saw a figure that you never saw before. I'm saying prayers for his family, his 4 children, his ex-wife, his, you know, JoJo, his fiance, his brother, his father, his sister. To lose somebody this young is heartbreaking. But I will never forget Bray Wyatt. And actually, look, I forgot one. See, guys, I'm literally out of it. I forgot this one. Which I loved because it came with Huskus the Big Boy. What a talent. What a talent. But, yeah. Enjoy, guys. Comment below. Let me know your favorite Bray Wyatt figures. Favorite memories. Maybe you've met him. Maybe you had a favorite match. Share it now. Rest in peace, Windham Rotunda, a.k.a. Bray Wyatt. Thank you. We all let you in.